I just gotta record my screen here and show you something pretty cool. Um, I'm just checking my ads that I'm running, my Facebook ads, and I run some Facebook ads for restaurants. And what I do is I track the visitor once they click on the ad, as they go through the website, until they place an online order and they make their payment, and then we record that as a conversion. Okay. So by doing this, I can see how many orders my ads are getting, and then I can obviously, stop running the ads that are not effective and maybe allocate more budget to the ads that are effective. Anyway, I'm just checking my ads right now, so you can see I'm just checking how they're doing today. And here I've got a campaign where I've got multiple restaurants, and I'll show you how this campaign is doing. It's not showing for some reason it's not showing um, the number of conversions here for this campaign. I've also got a campaign that targets restaurant owners, obviously, because I'm trying to get more clients. So we'll ignore that. What I want to show you is just, for example, one of these restaurants that I just noticed. So this place is called Jimmy's Pizzeria. I have an ad campaign. I spend $10 a day. Uh, this is what this restaurant's budget is. You can see most of these clients all spend $10 a day. And then the ads are running on Facebook and Instagram. And I have just today got 10 orders so far from this one ad campaign that I'm running for this restaurant. So that means if we look at how much they're spending, uh, so uh, okay, something I should clarify. I mentioned their budget is $10 a day, but I only run my ads on certain days of the week. So I only run it on Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sunday, because that's when people are motivated to spend money at restaurants. There's a reason why restaurants are typically closed on a Monday and Tuesday. Those are very slow days. People are not as motivated. So when you're running ads, you want to try and get your ads in front of people when they're motivated to spend money on whatever it is that you're trying to sell them. In this case, I'm trying to sell them restaurant food. So that $10 a day budget gets spent like on a, let's say, on a monthly basis. There's maybe 20 days per month that gets spent or whatever. So that's why today I've spent $15, just to clarify that. But I spent $15 and I got 10 orders. So that means it is costing me $1.54 to get an order. So think about that and how cool that is to actually even know that. Here I can see my other campaigns. So this campaign, I do the same thing. I run the ads on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sundays. And you can see what the date is today. So today is a Friday. This is a day when people are motivated to spend money at restaurants. But with this place, this fish and chips place, I've got 3 orders, and I'm spending $2.81 to get an order. And so far I've spent $8. So this campaign still has a bit of juice left for the rest of the day. So who knows how many orders I'll end up getting, because it kind of maxes out at about $15 or $16 on a day like today. So, but that's good. Like, if you think about it, all 3 of these restaurants, their average order is north of $50. So if you think about it, they're spending, in this case, let's say $1.54 or $2.80 or $2.40 to get someone to place an order worth 50 odd dollars. Jimmy's Pizzeria, they have a high-end product, so their average order is actually way higher than $50 an order. This fish and chips place, their average order is about $48. This Vietnamese restaurant, their average order, I would say, is about $50. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this, because I don't know if a lot of people that are running Facebook ads for restaurants actually know that you can do this. This is something that you should be doing when you're running your ad campaigns. You'll see if I drill into these campaigns, and this is where it becomes really handy. So you see here, I've got 3 ads. Okay, they're very similar. They're all 3 videos. Okay, and they talk about the restaurant and so on. And so over the lifetime of this campaign, which started in October or something like that, I've run all 3 of these ads, and then if my cost per conversion is too high, so you'll see here, I can compare the 3 different and sometimes the changes that I make to these ads are very, very subtle. It could be the voice that's narrating the video. It could be the first shot that I have in the video. Like that first shot might not grab the customer's attention. Anyway, so here you can see you can compare your campaigns, and you can see, for example, originally when I posted this video, okay, I was spending about $9.36 per conversion. Okay, and so then I realized that's too much. Some people might be fine with that. I mean, each restaurant is their own boss, and they can decide how much they want to spend on advertising. But for me, when I'm running ads for my clients, I want to get that cost per conversion, below $4, as low as possible. And then I made some changes. Here you can see I called it version 2, and then this one I linked to an order page, directly to the page where the customer can place their order, instead of taking them to a landing page where they have some other options to check out besides just the restaurant menu. But so I made some changes and then ran this campaign, and immediately I could see the cost per conversion was lower. You can see there I had 3 conversions. But then I realized, like, and some of this is gut feeling, some of this is just the years of experience. You kind of quickly will notice what's working and what's not working. I've been running Facebook ads since Facebook ads started. I run Google ads. I've been designing websites, and I have a degree in filmmaking and media production and multimedia. So I've been doing this stuff since 2000, and not to brag or boast or anything like that. My point is just sometimes there's just your experience that you have will kind of guide you, And so, for example, with this campaign here, I quickly realized, like, it was obviously doing way better than this, but it confirmed one of my hunches, one of the changes that I made to the ad. And so then I had some other ideas for things that I wanted to change as well. And because this proved successful, I made some of my other changes, and I did another version, which was basically the exact same version of the ad, but instead of linking it directly to the order page, which can sometimes make sense, you want to eliminate the steps between the person clicking on the ad and them actually placing an order. But sometimes it is important to have a landing page. It creates trust when they can see reviews, or when they can, when it doesn't feel so forced, like I'm forcing them to place an order. Like, you kind of make the person that clicks on the ad feel like it's their choice, like that you give them some choices and they ultimately end up placing an order, which is what you want them to do. But sometimes when you give them a landing page, it feels like that's what they wanted to do instead of what I wanted them to do. Anyway, so then I quickly saw that this variation, where I just had, like I said, just a change in where the ad is linking, and that proved to be, the best sort of choice there. And yeah, I've had 161 orders confirmed. And keep in mind, that landing page that I send the visitor to, that allows them to call the restaurant. I've talked to this restaurant owner, as I've done with all of my clients after I start running their ads, and they all say that they get customers just walking into the restaurant that saw their ads. So all of that stuff I cannot really keep track of. It's easy to track an online experience, right? Because I can just tell Google, I can just tell Facebook, when they land on my success page after they placed an order, to count that as a conversion. That's something that Facebook can do. It can't really see when someone walks through the door of your restaurant, unless you report that action as a conversion. You can track phone calls, but with this particular campaign, I'm not doing that. The restaurant doesn't have a big budget, and so I'm not getting into call tracking. But I do have clients that I run ad campaigns, and we actually track every phone call they get. We record the phone calls so they can go listen to the phone calls. They can see if it's actually quality, leads that they're getting. But in this case, we're just tracking online orders. And yeah, so they've had 161 online orders, 350. Well, if we just look at the average, right? Like just go back to the previous screen. That's where this average comes from. Like if we just go look at maximum period that we've been running these ads. So here you can see Jimmy's Pizzeria, on average, they're paying $4.38 per conversion. And they've had 192 conversions. And it's cost them $841 to advertise on Facebook since October 21st, 2024. And today is February 28th. So, I guess my tip to you as a restaurant owner is either one, call me and I'll run your ads for you, and I'll make sure that they, hit the target and that you're making money. Because if you run your ads effectively, it's just like buying business. You're giving Facebook $4, and they give you a $50 customer or order. Not to mention the future spending that customer is going to do if you've got good food and if they become a return customer, right? So that's how it is. But if you don't want to hire someone to do your own ads, if you want to if you don't want to hire someone to do your ads, if you would like to do it yourself, my 2 tips would be: run your ads during the times when your customer or your ideal potential customer is going to be the most motivated. Okay, you know your customer, you know when they like to spend money on your product. And then the second thing is track the conversions. Make sure you track every order that you get, or like I said, track your phone calls if that's the type of business you have. Like if you've got a business that sells a service, and people aren't necessarily ordering online, you can track every time they fill out a quote request form and every time they give you a phone call, and so that's how you know whether your ads are actually effective. And then once you know they're effective, then you can just spend more money. Like there's nothing stopping this restaurant from now saying, instead of $10 a day, I want to spend $100 a day or $1,000 a day. Obviously, you're going to max out at some point. Like we don't live in a big city. I have clients all over the place, but these 3 restaurants are all in a city that only has 200,000 or 250,000 people. But you know what I mean. So you can't just go theoretically say to Facebook, here's $1 million. Now give me, $50 million worth of business. If there's not enough people in your area to show the ads to, I guess look at it like this. These ads were seen they reached 43,000 people. Okay. So that's a lot of people that were reached by the ads, only to get 192 orders. That seems almost like ridiculous. But like I said, it's still worth it because you're paying $4.38 to get an order that is north of $50. And that's sort of the cost of doing marketing. And at least you know what you're getting. So yeah, hopefully you guys find that helpful.